What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things as they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. You can never force nobody else to wear them.
I think while I lie awake and contemplate tonight are wearing me out. Well, maybe tomorrow the world will wake and get it right, but I have my doubts, yeah. During the day, well, I design machines of war that scream through the sky. 'Cause I, for one, I like to go to bed free at night under these stars and stripes. And I have my doubts that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts, and I have my doubts that we'll make it back out. Yes, I have my doubts, but they'll wind you up and pull the cord until you're spun right out. And I don't understand. Roll the dice and raise the price to feed the machine's mouth. Call it the progress of man. And I have my doubt that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubt. And I have my doubt that we'll make it back out. I have my doubts, so I'll drink my stuff and raise some hell and shoot my guns to the end of my time. You can have the booze and go to hell and take the guns, but I know they won't be mine. We're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts, and I have my doubts that we'll make it back up. Yes, I have my doubts. So we're all messed up and out of touch. Let's text someone who's in the other room. So don't wonder why we don't say hi or know anyone. I might as well move to the moon. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. Well, the things I think while I lie awake and contemplate at night are wearing me out.
Good evening. Hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're ready for some news tonight, 'cause holy cow. got quite a few articles up. Let's see. 3, 7. Okay, so 7. I did have 7 up, and then there was some news that just broke right before we went live, which makes for 8. So, let me bring you the breaking news now. That way, just in case, horizons light up and big mushroom clouds. But just saying, I'll bring you that now. Not that I expect that by any means. Uh-oh. Hang on a second. I'm all not configured. I thought I was all ready to go, and I wasn't. I am going to have a talking with myself. Okay. Let me refresh this, because like I say, it broke. I put it up, and like you see, there's much more stuff there now. Well, not much, but it's got a video now. Explosion rocks southern Russian city, says media. The blast reportedly took place not far from a military headquarters in Rostov-on-Don. Large blasts occurred in the southern Russian city of Rostov-on-Don. Multiple telegram channels reported in the early hours of Thursday. That is over there. According to reports, the explosion took place on Pushkinskaya Street near a military command center. Rostov Region Governor Vasily Golubov wrote on Telegram that air defenses were activated around 3 a.m. local time and a drone has been shot down. He added that officials are working to determine if there were any casualties or damage. Videos posted online reportedly show the moment of the blast. Alright, let's count down. Ooh. So, yeah. A little more than a good 4th of July mortar, I would say. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. It's only a matter of time before Putin gets himself a copy of the Yellow Pages and reaches out and touches someone, if you know what I mean. Yep, I have a feeling. I could not resist, by the way, for the thumbnail picture. The first thing that came to my mind whenever I saw that headline was the presidents just laughing their asses off. And I really wished I could have had one that had Biden, and it would have been great if I could have had one that had Biden and Trump and Obama and Clinton. Bush would be a nice touch, and that would be awesome. But that was not an option, so I used the one that you see, and because that's the only thing I can think of when I think about that headline is the presidents just uncontrollably laughing. Now, why is that? I don't know why that would be. I don't know where all this is heading. It does not look good. And among the news that I have for you tonight, I also have one more installment of Are They Really Working Together? So, that's the game that we play where we look at the big picture and say, it's awful strange that all these nations are putting in all these different types of policies and turning all these colors of fruitcake at the same time. I have to start questioning who is really pulling strings. So, we will be playing another edition of that tonight. I guess about the best way to do it is just to do it. I don't have anything really major to add. It was refreshing to see Bear Independent, although on a Patreon video. It was refreshing to see him at least talk about wood gasification. The reason I'm kind of a jackass about it is because it dawned on me. I mean, it just when it dawned on me, wait a minute, because this is something I actually took the whole wood gasification thing for granted. It's knowledge that I've had for an awful long time, and I take a whole hell of a lot of knowledge that I have for granted. I honestly do. I don't intend to, but I just do. And so it didn't dawn on me right away that, wait a minute, these guys don't have a plan to be able to really replace anything. Sure, they know that they've got to, but how are they going to make it happen? And that dawned on me, and I was like, holy shit, it's not just one of them, it's all of them. I was like, holy shit. It is what it is. It is what it is. All I think back is to how many of them have made cross remarks to me or tried to tell me how I was jealous or how I was stupid or this or that or the other thing. And yet, me, by my little lonesome, is more prepared, both mentally and in a physical sense, than all these folks combined. Now you hear about speaking from a position of strength. Yeah. There's a reason I'm a jackass. Because I'm tired of playing with kiddies that want to go around calling names, pointing fingers, the bullshit retarded society game that some of them are supposed to be outwardly living apart from. Okay? See, I don't play games with shit. I'm much a person of, if you say something, you do it. If you say you're going to follow the Father, you follow the Father. That does not mean you follow yourself. Not even remotely. I learned that lesson, and I'll be a damn big dickhead about that lesson. Because I will pay for that lesson until my last breath. That's why I don't have time to play and pander with these people. And I'm tired of getting the shit kicked out of me by the learning curve because these people refuse to try to climb it. Why? I don't know why. I don't understand people. I don't. I don't understand the fascination with being big and fake over being little and real. I don't. I don't. I'd rather be really damned real and not mutter a frickin' sound. But see, there's wisdom to be attached with that. Which comes with experience. Which leads back to that fucking learning curve I keep bitching about. There's a reason I'm a dick. Anyway, I'm just tired of bullshit. That's all. Long and short of it. Tired of talk. Anywho, Pentagon expects Ukraine to be responsible with depleted uranium. This is the kind of bullshit people tries to shove our way. I'm tired of it. And it's not just the bullshit from the government, it's bullshit from everywhere. Everywhere. Even the people that's supposed to be there for you because the government's not. Even the people that's supposed to be there for you are taking advantage of you left and right. No, they're not. No, they're not. I don't know. I know a whole lot of channels that said a whole bunch of shit was going to happen that never even remotely came close to happening. And they continue even to today telling you, fear-mongering you about a whole line of shit that's going to happen. Probably ain't going to happen. And it will just continue on and on and on. That drowns out trying to actually help people. Just because people are trying to find content to cover, it's wrong. Long and short of it, it is wrong. Sorry, it really does get me. Really pisses me off. Don't tell people that you're going to help them and then just take advantage of them without even giving them the help they need. And I'm sorry, but not letting you in on the fuel secret, it's kind of a big deal. Not that they were knowingly withholding it from you. They didn't fucking know in the first place. But I suppose that don't mean shit either. Anywho. I don't expect anything from the Pentagon. I don't expect anything from the United States. Or I don't expect anything from these jackasses either, the United Nations. Apparently they're coming out in opposition to the United States sending depleted uranium to Ukraine. But considering that the UN is much the United States, we'll mark that off as the same thing as a police department investigating itself. This is kind of humorous, you know, the indestructible Challenger 2 tank. And I have to admit, I'm getting a chuckle. Because Putin is rubbing their nose in it like no other. And I would show you the video, but it's actually put to music, and I would certainly get a copyright strike for the music. There's no two ways about it. Yeah. The link's on our Twitter, or you can just watch the first moment ever telling. Hilarious. Anyway, that was a good chuckle. Yeah, I'm just kind of running through the news because if you can't tell, I'm fed up. People should know better, and it's beyond not knowing better at this point. It's a whole lot of damn well I'm going to do the wrong thing regardless. I mean, it's frustrating to me because I used to be self-destructive on that level myself. And so, if I were to be real honest with you, part of the frustration is because it's almost like my new self is dealing with my old self. And I'll tell you what, if my new self could get a hold of my old self, he'd be getting an ass whooping. So, yeah, that's part of it, I'll admit. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I wanted to make sure that I was on a new one. So, that Challenger 2 tank, they went boom. The UK said, we're not giving you another one. The indestructible tank. UK's newly appointed Secretary of Defense Grant Shapps has acknowledged the loss in Ukraine of the first of 14 British-made Challenger 2 main battle tanks supplied by London to Kiev amid its conflict with Moscow. Video footage appeared on social media on Monday showing what looks like a Challenger 2 tank burning on a battlefield in Zaporozhye region. More evidence of the destruction of the British armored vehicles provided by drone footage seen on Russian telegram channels the next day. I can confirm that is correct. It may be the first loss of a Challenger 2 tank as far as we're aware, Shapps said during a live appearance on Sky News on Wednesday. We accept that in the war zone there can be material losses, which is what's happened here, he added. Yeah, they got the shit kicked out of them. The defense secretary detailed how the ill-fated Challenger 2 had been destroyed, saying that it was hit by Russian artillery, and actually, as the Ukrainian servicemen were trying to put out a fire, it was hit again. So, says Shapps claimed that there were 6 Ukrainian soldiers operating the tank and that all of them survived when it was struck, which according to him is a great testament to that British kit. Now that's the story you're getting. I don't know. Let's take a peek here.
Ничего, зашли, блядь. Эй, сука, еще один танк распознавал, суки. Ой, блядь! Да я газу, блядь! Братуха! Сука, углушила, да! Саня, вниз, вправо. Ебать! Misha!
I told you to go the back way. Anyway, yeah, so... Ouch. Anyway, not going to be replaced. Too bad. So sad. Ukraine. I thought this was humorous. Ukraine looks to hike alcohol prices. And off the surface, you might think, until you see shit like 71%. Says Ukraine is planning to introduce a major price increase for alcoholic beverages according to a proposal published by the country's economy ministry on Wednesday. Under the proposal, wholesale hard liquor prices are expected to see an increase of between 34 and 42%, with retail prices to rise by up to 25%. Meanwhile, retail prices for wine products may go up between 61% and 71%, with prices for sparkling wine and fizzy alcohol drinks to be hiked by 28%. The bill is expected to help producers to cope with rising production and sales costs, the ministry said, adding that raw materials, equipment components, energy, labor costs, as well as excise tax rates have been rising. The current minimum prices do not reflect the real costs that enterprises have to face and require adjustment, the explanatory note issued by the ministry reads. In July, Ukrainian Economy Minister Julia Severenko said the increase in gasoline prices in the country could exceed 20%, attributing the hike to the restoration of VAT and excise taxes by the country's government. Basically, they're sticking it to the people to pay for the war. Hell, next thing you know, what they're going to do is they're going to be offering free alcohol for people that sign up for the military. Well, in the latest stuff, we told you that was coming news. female prisoner sexually assaulted by trans inmate in U.S. prison, says media. Female prisoner in a U.S. correctional facility in New Jersey, pardon me, man, has claimed, damn, I think I spit the frog up, has claimed in a lawsuit that she was sexually assaulted by a transgender inmate who had male genitalia, and is also accused, that would be a man, and has also accused the state Department of Corrections of failing to take corrective actions to protect female prisoners. The legal claim, filed late last month, alleges that the unidentified complainant was not adequately protected by prison staff at the Edna Mahan Correctional Facility for Women. So, hold up, full stop. What folks need to understand is there is a psychological game going on. It's called the game of normalization. And they will often pick an undesirable group of people to release a new idea on. Because nobody gives a shit. And nobody is saying anything. Nobody is stand up about it. And that's exactly how they start to normalize it. And then the next thing you know, it's gonna go to level crazy when it comes to the schools and everything else. I mean, not that it's not already. I'm just saying. Believe me, it could get worse, and I expect it's probably going to. Sodom and Gomorrah, folks, there is no two ways about it. No two ways about it. And you would think, right? You would think that would be a wake-up call. You would think that people could pick up that book and they could read it. And they could look around today at what's going on. And think about what's written in that book and not make the connection. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Anyway, expect to see more of that. Now, I told you that the last one I had for you was going to be an installment of the, let's see. Have I seen a video where they recently put out finding the actual sulfur balls that fell from the sky there? Where is there? Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen that. Now, one thing to understand about China is if they are all of a sudden good with the whole LGBTQ thing, that has been an overnight change that I was unaware of. Because the last I knew, Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party were against such things. Just like they're against Christianity. That's their right. I ain't got nothing to say. However, you would think with a nation like China, with the strict control that they have over their people, don't forget that people were welded into their homes. Don't forget that. Don't forget about the hospitals The huge hospitals that they just put them up like real super quick. You remember those? Yeah, they were the ones that caught fire. The damnedest thing. The damnedest thing. And I'm supposed to expect that Xi Jinping, China, Hong Kong, Beijing, all of it is now good with same-sex union. You know, somebody that I spoke to earlier this evening lives across the pond. I don't know, to be honest, exactly where. Hang on. Let me see if I can. I wouldn't tell you exactly where, but I mean, some kind of rough ass estimate. Nope, she doesn't have it on her thing. Yeah, I have no idea where the hell she's at. UK somewhere, but I have no idea where. No clue. I don't know if she got anything that. Nope. Yeah, no clue. Anyway, she told me earlier. Now she runs a business. She's the only employee. I believe she does web coding. And so she's it. She's her only employee. She got a letter saying that she had to hire, I think it was non-cis, I don't know, I can't remember exactly how it was worded. And she had told me that she's not allowed to speak out about that. She's not allowed to say anything about that, because even if she says something on Facebook, something I think she called DEI or something like that, something, I guess her DEI, basically a social credit score is what it is. Long and short of it, a social credit score. So that shit is already that ingrained over there, that even a little business ran and operated by one person has to succumb to this lunacy. You know, it's one thing. You know, I'm a little confused here, because we're led to believe that this is about them being accepted. This is all about them being accepted. But why is it that we're forcing such a minor group of people to be accepted by the masses, and the masses can't be accepted? That just doesn't really add up for me. Don't trust any of these sumbitches, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. These countries are working together. You can bet your ass these countries are working together on a very, very high level. Okay. I reckon we're at that time. I got something I'm going to have to grab here in about a minute. So, bear with me. A program will be finished. I just got to shut it down. It's nice having a computer that I could do a ton of shit on at the same time, even including live broadcasting. Probably hard to believe I was processing a file that entire time so far. I love it. I could have started humming the Jeopardy theme. Says I got 10 seconds. Make up my own theme. That way I don't get sued by Pat Sajak. No, I'm kidding. He croaked, didn't he? I think he croaked. Come on. There. Good job. Okay, let me close. And it's good. Good deal. I started that before the show started. And wasn't thinking that no way in hell was it going to be done in time. I think the aliens have arrived. No, I have no idea. Oh, Pat Sajak? Oh, I thought he croaked. Let's see. Oh, man. Fun times. Okay. Run through this list. Be done. Get the hell out of here. Saudis establish global water organization. That can't be good. German software giant leaves Russian customers without support. Russia to host international philosophy conference. Indonesia warns against destructive rivalry in Asia. A Chinese travel boom fueling oil price rise, says analyst. World War III has already begun, says Ukraine's security chief. A global anti-doping agency accused of blackmailing Olympic host, says AFP. Kiev brings more charges against UK-based billionaire. A treaty ally of Russia to hold joint drills with U.S. Russia's McDonald's replacement eyes China expansion. Let's see. Ukrainian MPs approved new defense minister. Blinken, not Biden. Blinken arrives in Kiev. Pardon me. China bans officials from using iPhone, says Wall Street Journal. I thought that was an interesting tit for tat. So, U.S. bans Huawei, China bans iPhone. Russia accelerates sale of foreign currencies. UK's second largest city declares bankruptcy. Man. Let's see. G7 scraps review of Russian oil price cap, says Reuters. Court rules UK prisons unsafe. U.S. forcing fight to the last Ukrainian, says Kremlin. Well, yeah, but then it's going to be fighting to the last German and American and anybody else they can fool into going there. Russian region halts flights on EU-made planes. EU must curb Russian interference to expand, says French minister. It's all Russia's fault. Russian billionaires fail to overturn EU sanctions, says Bloomberg. EU ban on Russian gas is unlikely, says Brussels. Well, yeah, because some of y'all are going to need it. U.S. tests nuclear-capable ballistic missile. And the reason why that wasn't big news is because it's not big news. It wasn't anything new. It was a routine test of some shit we've had for a long time. No, we don't have a hypersonic missile yet. Because they're not good enough to build one. Because we have the best and the brightest and we're building back better. Just keep repeating it to yourself. Let's see. Ukraine looks to hide. Oh, I covered that. Let's see. Hong Kong's. Oh, I covered that. Majority of Russians support turning away from the West, says a poll. Well, I would imagine. Top Republican warns U.S. not to go wobbly on Ukraine. Don't you dare. Don't go wobbly. Let's see. Russian minister proposes ban on fuel exports. Boy, wouldn't that be a bitch? Wouldn't that be a bitch? If Russia just said, you know what? We're shutting off all gas, all oil, all of it. Holy hell. That would be for some crazy times, and you might see that very thing happen. Let's see. NATO member reverses claim about fallen drone. And that's it. That is it. That's all the shit. New mixtape coming out next week. What? I gotta put out a mixtape. Everybody's got a mixtape these days. It's not really going to be music. It's just going to be a bunch of examples of how I'm really mixed up in the head. My mixtape. It's my mixtape. I'll mix it the way I want to. I'll do 2 hours of me arguing with myself if I want to. Anyway. Yeah, I could do it with auto-tune. Dude, that would be incredible. A mixtape of me arguing with myself in auto-tune. But I've got stuff to do before that, man. I got a pink and blue hairy plane to paint, right? Anyway, I am gonna get out of here. God willing, I'll be back tomorrow, but there's no promises with my crazy ass. Anyway, I shall see you then. As always, God bless you. We love you. Be one with your spirit. Shalom.